Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Sue Franklin, and welcome to video 2 of 4, What the Bleep is Reiki and Why Should I Learn It? So I love Reiki, I love mind-body tools, I love energy psychology, and I love helping people heal. So yesterday I talked just a little bit about what Reiki is, where it came from, and some about the science that supports energy psychology, mind body techniques, energy healing techniques. And the one thing I left out when I was talking about Mr. Usui, who is, as the stories go, was credited with the inspiration of the Reiki techniques. That happened around 1922. And then about 10 years later, or a little less, one of his students brought the practice to the US, and now it's been kind of spreading and becoming more popular, and there are a couple different avenues. There's a more traditional style of Reiki, kind of more Usui style Reiki, which is very intuitive and it adheres less to a strict protocol. And there's a more Western approach that focuses more on practices and protocol, the step-by-step process. And in my opinion, I practice the more intuitive Usui style, and that's how I teach. The other practice is every bit as legitimate, and what I tell everyone is go in the direction that you feel called. Some people just really resonate more in one direction than the other, and I think they're equally healing. So with that said, part of what I hope that you'll get out of this video series is to understand Reiki and energy psychology as an umbrella term, that these techniques are safe and effective mind-body tools for healing on many levels, whether it's mind, body, spirit, and emotionally. And I also hope that by the end of these 4 videos, you will have a sense of whether you are called to learn Reiki specifically, but whether you're called to be a healer. So I want to spend the next few minutes talking about kind of my own journey in as an energy healer. So I have always had a very strong spiritual drive as a spiritual seeker. I've always been interested in holistic approaches to health, wellness, mental health, well-being. And I think it was around 2004 when I kind of tripped across EFT, emotional freedom techniques, which is often called tapping. And I played with it, and I kind of was teaching myself, and I, experimented a little, but it didn't go very far. And then in 2009, I moved back to Washington State. And I was starting over, which, in a new practice, which is really hard. I was scared. I had all kinds of, my own physical ailments and issues and pain, chronic physical pain. And I was kind of depressed. And so I pulled a book off the shelf that had been there for 6 months. A friend gave it to me. Energy Medicine for Women by Donna Eden. And I started to read her book, and I practiced every single exercise in the book as I was going through, like nonstop for 2 weeks. And at the end of the 2 weeks, my mind was blown because my energy was shockingly, I felt really good. I felt clear and light and happy and energized. I wasn't anxious. I wasn't depressed. The physical pain issues that I had were gone. I've had foot pain for years and years and years and years and years. And I just kind of was like, oh, that's the way life is. I'm just, it sucks. But I discovered that it doesn't have to be that way. And so that just like propelled me on the path to learning energy techniques. And I did the first year of Donna Eden's program and actually tried to go back for the second year twice, and life kind of redirected me. And the second time, I tripped across Reiki. And then I studied Reiki with Marie Manucherry in Seattle. And it changed my life again. And then I did a 2-year, really turned out to be 2.5-year mentorship with Marie, doing energy healing and integrating it in my practice as a psychologist. And so it is a mind-body practice, but I have also experienced it as a spiritual practice, and many people do. In my work, I don't do Reiki with everyone. I would love to. Not everyone's open, which is fine. But whenever I'm able to, I introduce energy psychology techniques, including Reiki. And what I find is talking's not enough. And what I find, the Reiki helps in that it can soften and release our mental and emotional resistance to our emotions and knowing and seeing things. And we resist just healing and growing sometimes. It's part of our, it's just our human thing. Reiki can help relax and open us to receiving insights about ourselves, about our bodies, mind, emotions, relationships, work, life, the universe. It can help us release old perceptions of the past and help free us from specific problems. It can help us begin to see what are the next steps in our healing. Every session is different, and every person experiences energy healing sessions differently. And that's a really important process too, because it meets you where you are, and hopefully the practitioner meets you where you are and helps open you to whatever's next for you. So, as I mentioned, I know that talking is not enough. Information and insights are not wisdom. Wisdom comes from letting that stuff filter down to a deeper level and then taking inspired action in our lives. And that's where our challenge is, right? That's where the courage is. So that's it for today. The next video, number 3 of 4, will be tomorrow. And I'm going to talk more about using Reiki for self-healing and for helping others heal. And that's whether you do it casually or whether you feel called to be a professional healer. So, these videos are being posted on my Facebook business page. I love it even if you end up watching it on YouTube, please go to my Facebook business page, like it there, and leave me a comment about your own experience or a question about something you want to know about Reiki, doing it, experiencing it, or becoming a healer. I would love to see you there. So, okay. See you in video 3 tomorrow. I'm Dr. Sue Franklin. Be well.